morning, guys. We finally got some lion.
We are about to stall,
and this is our adventures in and around South Africa. We are currently in Moremi Game Reserve on our way back to Maun. In part 1, we flew a 4-ship of Cessna's 500 nautical miles to Botswana and started the 3-day safari into Moremi Game Reserve in part 2, camping amidst and seeing some of the most amazing wildlife. In this video, we make our way back to Maun, seeing a last bit of wildlife before flying to Limpopo Lipadi Game Reserve on the Limpopo border, where we spent the last 2 days of our adventure before flying home. Welcome to part 3. After stopping for a quick breakfast, we almost missed what turned out to be a highlight of the day, seeing a leopard in a tree with a kill, before we reached Maun for our 323 nautical mile flight to Limpopo Lipadi Private Game Reserve.
And Maun from November Delta Fox and Kilo Yankee Mike, good afternoon.
November Delta Fox, Kilo Yankee Mike, good afternoon.
We park at the fuel base, sir, and request a taxi for our flight to Limpopo Lipadi. Kilo Yankee Mike 2+2 and November Delta Fox 2+2. Level 95 on request.
Limpopo Lipadi, level 95, Paja 08, right 10.
We clear off Limpopo Lipadi on the right turn, and we'll be climbing to level 95 and November Delta Fox.
Just take off from the right, the surface wind is calm.
Having taken the whole runway due to a heavily loaded aircraft and a density altitude of around 6,500 feet at a field elevation of 3,094 feet, it took quite a while, but we were finally on our way at flight level 095. And it was time for another pilot story thanks to Stefan piloting November Delta Foxtrot.
Radio check 1 2. Where?
How long have you been flying?
Okay, started my PPL in way back in 1994. Actually 1992. I've got 2,180 hours now.
And what got you into aviation?
My dad did his basic training in the Air Force, and after that obviously he told me about the flying experiences, and from a kid I always loved flying, and it was one of my great ambitions to fly. Yeah, I just always dreamt about flying, and I was very fortunate to be able to continue flying and to fly today.
We made it to Limpopo Lipadi, touching down just as the sun set in the beautiful golden painted sky. We made it to Limpopo Lipadi. Woo! Had an absolutely brilliant flight, great weather, golden hour when we landed. Amazing. After tying down the aircraft, we did something that might seem strange, but that's super important in a game reserve like this one. For those of you wondering what that's about, it's to stop the hyenas from chewing your tires, because they have a knack for doing that. We spent the night laughing and reflecting on the trip this far, looking forward to our game drive the next morning. And after a good night's rest, they set off for the first game drive of the day. Unfortunately, I could not join them due to an unforeseen mishap between my knee and a concrete slab.
morning, guys. We finally got some lion.
After a full day of game driving, seeing some of the most endangered African animals, as well as the last of the big five, everyone got together in the bush for a lovely meal on the last night of our fantastic African adventure. The next morning, we made our way back to the aircraft for our flight back to South Africa, seeing some more lions on the way as a last hurrah from the bushveld. And that's why you do your pre-flight. We just realized that the hyenas actually got through the thorns on Foxtrot November Mike. After saying our goodbyes to those who went separate ways, we took off from Limpopo Lipadi, cruising above the clouds at flight level 080 for the last 205 nautical miles before arriving at Lanseria International Airport.
Lanseria Tower, Kilo Yankee Mike, company traffic for November Delta Fox is on 6 left downwind for 07.
Kilo Yankee Mike, copy the QNH 1024, report ready to turn base on the left hand downwind. Kilo Yankee Mike, runway 07, the surface wind 320 degrees, 12 knots. EX clear to land.
Clear to land 07, Kilo Yankee Mike.
This brought an end to one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had, with memories that will last forever. If you like this video, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Smash that like button if that's something you're into, and remember to always dream big, fly high, and live the adventure.